Hello, I'm Zanabahailu and this is English for Africa channel. From my experience as a teacher and examiner, I observed many new graduates fail job applications because they failed to write a powerful and neat covering or job application letter. And this lesson is for all fresh graduates or prospective graduate students of university and college. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can write a great job application or covering letter that can win any kind of job. So let's start. So in this lesson, I'm going to give you four specific sessions. First, we are going to see what a covering or job application letter is, and then we are going to move about what is the purpose of writing a covering letter. And thirdly, I'm going to give you 6 things you have to do when you are writing a job application or covering letter. And finally, I'm going to give you a template. So I'm going to show you the structure of a covering letter. So let us start. First, let us define what a covering or a job application letter is. So the two names are given, but I'm going to stick to covering letter because we say covering letter because it is the first part of the document that comes when you apply for the job or for any kind of job. So if you are applying for a job, you should include a covering letter with your CV, personal statement, and application form. So the covering letter is the first letter that comes when you apply for a job within your document. That's why we say covering letter. It covers the other documents and sometimes called job application letter. So let's start. What's a covering letter or job application letter? A covering letter or job application letter is a document sent with your resume or CV to provide additional information on your skills and experience. And the rule is it has to be 1 page. If you exceed that, you are not going to be accounted in the application, so you are going to fail. So keep it to 1 page. A good letter can cut through the competition because it can make the employer want to talk to you. That is, you are going to invite it for the interview, and again it can demonstrate your written communication skills. So based on your letter, the examiners or the company owners are going to judge you how much you are fit for the job. So that's why it is important to note about the importance of covering letter. Now let's come to the second session, the purposes or goals of writing a covering or job application letter. There are few importance or goals when you write a covering letter. Let's say them one by one. So first, it serves as an intro. That means you introduce yourself to the employer or the organization you are applying for. Second, it helps you to show the position you are applying for. So indicate which position you are applying for. Just state why you are writing, what you are applying for, and what you are currently doing. And then comes interest. Explain why you are interested in that specific position. Show interest and pride in your profession as well as your skills. And lastly, state briefly what is enclosed, the documents that are following your job application letter. If there are several items, list them out. Keep the letter simple as well as to the point. So don't run around the bush. Let's come to the third session. You have to do the following 6 things when you are writing your letter. Let's see them one by one. First, let me give you one thing that is important to know when you're writing a job application letter. Your letter, your job application letter, provides detailed information on why you are qualified for the job you are applying for. So don't simply repeat what is on your resume or CV. Rather, include specific information on why you are a strong match or fit for the employer's job requirements. So first, tell the truth. Don't try to be overly friendly, but don't be too remote either. Second, include your telephone number or numbers where you can be contacted. Third, be reasonably brief. Avoid awkward repetitions of statements and words, and use words economically. Try to be economical always. Fourth, write to a named person if you can, and end with yours sincerely. Fifth, begin with dear sir, madam, and end with yours faithfully if you don't know the person's name. Sixth, remember, if the covering letter is poor, the employer may not bother to read your CV or application form. That's why you need to be careful about your writing. To conclude, a cover letter is often your earliest written contact with a potential employer, creating a critical first impression. That means avoid the following mistakes to win your job. These mistakes are done by many people, so don't do it. First, something that might seem like a small error, like a typo, can get your application immediately knocked off the list. This means always proofread, review, revise, and edit your material to your maximum satisfaction. Next, if it is broad and makes no reference to the company or to any specifics in the job description, it's also likely to be rejected by a hiring manager. So try to note these important pointers when you write. And then thirdly comes, don't do this thing that many people do. The letter is about your qualifications for the job, not about your personality or not about you personally. There is no need to share any kind of personal information about yourself or your family in your letter. So be careful about these pointers. Now let me give you templates how you can organize your letter effectively. Let me go through the parts of the letter one by one. We start with the header always. So in the header, a cover letter should begin with both your and the employer's contact information, and the things you are going to include are name, address, phone number, email, followed by the date. So for instance, your contact information should include the following things: your first or given name and last name, a street address, city or state zip, phone, and your email. Now comes to the second part, that is salutation. Begin your cover letter salutation with Dr., Mr., Ms., given name or last name. If you are unsure if your contact is male or female, you can write out their full name. That's what you need to do. If you don't know the employer's name, simply write Dear Hiring Manager, because this is better than the generic and the formal to whom it may concern. This is a little bit awkward, so I prefer the first one, Dear Hiring Manager, if you don't know the employer's name. Next comes the body part. So the body part has got three parts, specific parts: the introduction, the body, as well as the closing. Let's see them one by one. First, the introductory part. So begin your introduction by stating what job you are applying for, and then explain where you heard about the job, particularly if you heard about it from a contact associated with the company. It might be the website of the company, Facebook page of the company, newspapers, magazines, and extra. So mention the specific date and as well as the information. Briefly mention how your skills and experience match the company and the position, because this will give the employer a preview of the rest of your letter. Next, what you need to remember is your goal in the introduction is to get the reader's attention. So as much as you can, try to create that expected impression when you write the introductory part. Now let's come to the body part of your letter. In a paragraph or two paragraphs, try to explain why you are interested in the job and why you make an excellent candidate for the position. And mention specific qualification listed in the job posting and explain how you meet those qualifications. So every company will try to list out the qualifications, specific qualification expected from the candidates they want to recruit. So try to match with that. Do not simply restate your resume or CV, but provide specific examples that demonstrate your abilities. For instance, Don't say I have a good managerial skills. Rather, try to do it in this way. I have completed 2 projects on youth development successfully. This will give a good impression and specific. Then comes the closing part. In the closing section of your cover letter, restate how your skills make you a strong fit for the company and the position you are applying for. And if you have a space, as I've said, don't get more than 1 page. So try to make it 1 page. That is the rule. And in that 1 page, if you have a space, you can also discuss why you would like to work at that specific company. So many people provide just layman reasons, so don't do like them. For instance, most people say it is close to my family, it is close to my home. This is not professional reasons, so try to provide professional reasons. For instance, such as the reasons are gas with the company, the reasons that can gas with the company vision or mission, and what you want to contribute in that mission or vision of the company. This could be a good professional reason. So try to provide professional reason. Do not give personal reasons. State that you'd like the opportunity to interview or discuss employment opportunities, and explain what you'll do to follow up, and then when you'll do it. And finally, thank the employer for his or her consideration. Final part is the signature in the letter. So use a complimentary clause that we have said earlier. That means yours sincerely, yours faithfully, and then end your cover letter with your signature. Your signature must be handwritten, followed by your typed name. Okay, now let's come to the template, the fifth one. I'm going to give you just a short written covering letter sample, how you can structure your letter. Let me give you the page. Assume that it's going to be written in 1 page, but I've put it in 3 parts because the slide is not enough for me to include 1 page in here. This is the template I would like to give you. Application for a job of as a senior librarian. So you put your address in here in the right column. Zanava Hailu, PO Box, World University, World Ethiopia. I assume myself as an applicant here, so that's how you can do it. Then on the left side of your paper, put the recipient's name and job title, and then the recipient's address here. For instance, Mr. John Mukani, Head of Personnel, ABC International University, PO Box, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and then you put the date here. Then comes the salutation, dear Mr. Wilson. So here I do it in this way because I know the person. I have explained the rules how you can do this. Then comes a little bit of heading, application for the post of senior librarian to the library and the information office. So specifically I mentioned for what position I'm going to apply here. Then comes the body part of your letter. I would like to apply for the post of senior librarian in the library and the information office, which I saw advertised in the Reporter newspaper of September 28, 2020. I've been a librarian at World University since February 2019, and I have worked as a head librarian in the Library of Business and Economics faculty of World University since September 2020. Please find attached my curriculum vitae, which indicates my qualifications to date and my experience relevant to this post. I would be willing to attend an interview at any suitable time for you. Then the closing comes. Thank you very much in advance for considering my application, and I look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. Yours sincerely, Zanab Hail. So I forgot to put my signature there, just as a sample, so you can take this one. So this will take us to the end of our today's sessions. I hope you have learned something how you can write job application letter. I hope if you follow this step, all of you will get the first job you have applied for. And if you have any questions, don't forget to drop it down on my comment section. If you like this video, just thumbs up, give your thumbs up. Until I meet you next Friday, bye for now.